the GMO monster that is fast food. We're not just talking about trans fats or fake salts, aspartames, or chemically laden, on-record toxic high fructose corn syrup, diet drinks that make you fat and make you go blind. We're talking about plasticizers in the chicken McNuggets. This has been known for a decade. McDonald's won't take it out. Let's put that on screen. CNN, Associated Press, plasticizers. Another crisis for McDonald's, Japan, after plastic found in McNuggets. That's a separate article. You can pull up on purpose McNuggets and, quote, silly putty ingredient, which is a plastic. You cannot make this stuff up. See, they're searching for that and found something else. McDonald's is the tip of the spear of the GMO Monsanto dump that they're taking on everyone. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. And there's big business in feeding us crud. Well, we're demanding higher quality. Like Gerald Celente says, a renaissance. We want more service, more quality, a better standard of living, not the austerity of McDonald's. Now, Anthony Gucciardi went out with crew yesterday, was very polite. The full footage is up on Infowars.com. Ask permission, even though it's a public commons. They invite you in and say they're filming you to go in. As soon as he asked what's in the McNuggets, they got aggressive. He was saying, hey, I'm leaving. They pushed him out, called 8 cops. Last night, Joe Biggs went downtown as the incarnation of Donald McRonald, and he's going to be in about an hour from now, about 12:30, 12:40, he should get down there, going down to 4th and Red River at the McDonald's compound to basically draw attention to what's really going on over there. And we're taking on the vaccine makers. We're taking on all of them. Just yesterday, the Washington Post had to admit that Congress is set to try to pass laws to not let you know what's in a vaccine and get rid of the inserts or drug inserts. So they won't tell you that, you know, Viagra might give you a heart attack, or they won't tell you that things like MMR shots might give you diabetes or narcolepsy or epilepsy or death. We can show you that on air. They are moving to shut that down. So, hey, shut down all you want. We're going to continue to expose you. We're at a tipping point. They're panicking right now. So, Anthony Gucciardi, tell us about what happened yesterday, and then about the genius idea that Joe Biggs, now who's been taken over by this entity, this clown creature that's fighting GMOs. I mean, what's going to come up today? Because I expect they're going to respond like chickens with their heads cut off. This is going to be spectacular. We need all the listeners to rush down there right now that are listening locally on the internet or 90.1, and just with your iPhones or whatever, videotape this, upload it on YouTube, or get your friends and family to. And whoever has the most views and who I think has the best video, it may be the most views, maybe the best video, we're going to showcase it here, of you going in and asking questions. They can't stop everybody. And then filming what happens to Joe and crew. $1,000 goes to the winner, $500 to second place. I'm just upping it right now, and $100 to third place. And the first place winner gets a visit. You got to sign a non-disclosure to the secret Bat Cave. You get to come see the secret Infowars.com command center. You'll be an audience of one here for at least a few minutes. It'll become distracting for me, so I like my solitude here down in the Bat Cave, but literally in the Bat Cave. But this is very exciting to be on the offense, and we're teaching folks how to hijack media. We've already had 4 national news stories just since last Friday out of South by Southwest, all of them hijacking the enemy. That's what this is all about. We just exposed the new Black Panther Party calling to shoot police. We just exposed the people demonstrating against AI takeover of society, national news. We've got so much. This McDonald's story is going viral. And this is how the new independent media, this is what muckrakers 100 years ago did. You know, the guys with the fedoras. I mean, this is what the straw hat fedora reporters did. You'd have 10 local newspapers or 5 local newspapers in a smaller town battling to really get it right. And it was interesting, and it was informative, and corruption was scared. So the big banking committees of the Federal Reserve bought up the media, and that's been declassified as well. Anthony Gucciardi, tell us what's coming up today, my friend. I know you've got another story you're working on, but I hope you go down and join Biggs for part of this and shoot your own angle. Tell us about what happened yesterday and how exciting this revolution is.
Well, we know McDonald's is losing money month after month. They've underperformed the market for so long.
For 4 years.
In February, they lost a colossal amount of money. They're in bed with Monsanto, the #1 manufacturer of GMO seeds. Monsanto is also losing money. Both of these companies are struggling, just like Coca-Cola. We have a story about that today, too. These companies are admittedly going out the South by Southwest to get a younger, hip crowd. They're trying to rebrand themselves.
They know these are trendy narcissists that are totally stupid. This is their target mark.
Exactly, and this was their last-ditch effort. And we went in there.
We're going to save right whales that don't know and swim right to the boats and get harpooned.
No, exactly. I mean, these people have no idea. We interviewed these people when we went to McDonald's. But here's the weird thing. We didn't expect to get thrown out. We actually did not expect
you were very polite.
For the security guard to assault me and push me out the door, and for them to keep calling the cops over and over and over, demanding that they remove me from the public sidewalk and arrest me. I didn't expect that. So we went in.
Yeah, let's be clear. They kept, first they tell the cops to get them off the gangplank. The cops go, oh, please go over here. And then they go, no, we're not getting them off the sidewalk.
Well, the cops admitted you should be able to go in there. This is crazy.
Yeah, they're on tape saying that.
Tape. And then we have it on tape saying you can film. We wanted to go in and
well, that's because they're saying open to media. They want citizens to shoot their own media. Once you open the door and say, give us your social media, come in here and film.
Yeah.
It's a media orgy. And we've also got the GMO companies blocking the Consumer Association that was set to speak at Whole Foods.
And we wanted to go in and say, hey, why do you still have garbage in your food? Sure, they're getting rid of antibiotics in some of their chicken over the next few years. They're pretending they're natural. But they have high fructose corn syrup, which contains mercury.
They did just announce.
Washington Post.
They did just announce they're going to get rid of the growth hormone in the milk.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because their new angle, in 5 years, they're going to have organic stuff there too. Their new angle is, quote unquote, being natural. Just like Yahoo is now launching health lines. They're doing all of this to be relevant. They know that
they can't beat us, so they're going to try to take the movement over with clones.
Exactly, and we need to highlight that.
But we all saw John Carpenter's remake of The Thing. We know that that's not really the crew chief. It's been taken over.
Yeah, exactly. McDonald's is going to try and possess this movement that we're spearheading.
Don't get in the dark with McDonald's.
They are, in fact, doing that, and we wanted to go in and talk about the ingredients. And as soon as I said, what are in the McNuggets that I'm about to buy, they all looked so freaked out like no one had ever asked before.
I've got one that can see.
Exactly. And then this little this huge, like, fat security guard guy, but he's real short, came over and just started grabbing me, like hugging me and pushing me.
Well, technically that's assault because you hadn't resisted. You were going. You kept saying, stop it. And I'm watching the tape. It looks like he was squeezing your arm, too.
Oh, yeah. He was squeezing my arm, grabbed me really hard and pushing me, trying to lift me up and kind of throw me down.
Yeah, I'm going to go talk to those guys today and find out why they were doing that.
Yeah, now let's tell us who you are, sir.
Well, I'm Donald McRonald. I'm Ronald McDonald's more ethical brother. You know, I don't like GMOs, and I'm anti-McDonald's. So my whole point is I want to go out and expose all the bad things that are in the food. People shouldn't be eating this. I talked to people last night. A mother knew that there were silicone breast implant fillers in the chicken nuggets, and yet she said she still was going to give it to her kids. We've got to do something.
Well, what's wrong with a silicone additive?
I mean, I guess that means I'm a racist. I just don't get it.
If I'm against clowns, I kind of don't like you. I mean, even though you're a good guy, does that mean I'm racist? Clownophobia?
Well, I'm not really a clown. This is what happens when you eat McDonald's food for 40 years straight.
Oh, they brought you up like that?
Yeah, I transformed this way. It's all the GMOs. This isn't makeup. I wake up this way every day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Well, tell me about what happened last night.
Well, last night, it was shocking. I was kind of a big star. Everyone was really happy to see Ronald McDonald, but they had very, very rude things to say about the McDonald's food. They didn't like it. Most people...
That's hate speech.
Yeah, it was racist, too. And I told people, if you don't like GMOs, you're racist. I guess there's a lot of racists.
How'd it go with the police?
Most of them liked us, but there was one guy who was really rude, and he told me to go do something to myself when I brought up whether or not he liked GMOs. And I thought that was really rude.
I think we were looking through the footage. We may even have the tape of this.
Yeah, it's possible.
Cop tells Donald McRonald to F off.
Yeah. But I got to get a nice little golf cart ride through South by Southwest and spread all this.
Who gave you that ride?
Some nice gentleman who was driving around, said he'd pick us up, and I used my bullhorn to talk to people and tell them about the flour bleaching agents that's used in yoga mats that's found in their food.
Yeah, tell me what's in there.
Well, there's flour bleaching agents that's outlawed in other countries, and you can be fined $450,000 if you use that. But for some reason, America allows it to be put in their food. And then for some reason, McDonald's in America uses 19 ingredients to make French fries. Hello, a French fry is a potato. What do I need 19 ingredients for? So there's that. There's the chemicals, the propylene glycol, silicone breast implant fillers. I mean, why do we need this in our
What's wrong with propylene glycol? If you give that to your cat or dog, they get real happy.
It's a laxative chemical, and it's also electronic cigarette filler. It's yummy.
But, I mean, isn't it also involved in antifreeze?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? Everybody knows that's nutritious.
Yeah, it's good for your
Actually,
conscience.
folks, that's a joke. If you're a new listener, it'll kill you, but in large amounts. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we want to go out there today and ask the people that my twin brother works for, the evil Ronald McDonald, why they're doing this. Why are they putting all this poison?
What is it like at family reunions? Or I mean, do you see your brother, or are you
No one
estranged?
really talks to me. They don't like me because I like to eat fruit and natural beef and drink organic milk and try to be healthy. So they don't like me. They all just sit around and smoke cigarettes and drink like GMO beer and eat McDonald's food all day. It's horrible.
Do you think the security guard was eating McDonald's, Anthony?
Oh, I know.
Well, there was one guy who ran up to me who was really big, and I know he ate a lot of our food.
Well, you know, I actually asked an employee, one of the girls that worked there, I didn't know she worked there, she had a Big Mac, because I was trying to get a Big Mac. All I wanted were some McNuggets. I kept saying to the security guy, please, just let me get my McNuggets, please. And he said, no, get out of here. You know, actually the words were, out-get. Get, out-get.
So they can't even talk now. Out-get, out-get.
So
Mass quantities.
why does McDonald's even need security? They're obviously hiding something.
Well,
I just